Self-love, I think, is the most important type of love that there is. Like, it's such a cliche to say love yourself first before others, but it's freaking true. Um, and I wanted to dive more deeper in this video about how you can cultivate self-love into your life. And I made an entire video about what I believe self-love really is. And no, it's not just for women, and no, it's not just bubble baths and face masks. Definitely check that out. It will give you lots of ideas about what self-love is and how, and in this video we talk about how to integrate that as your, like, as a digital nomad, as a remote worker. I brought with me 12 ideas that help you to integrate self-love into your life. So let's start with the first one, and that is adding a morning routine to your day. And I don't think, honestly, that a morning routine has to be complex. I think there are so many videos out there that definitely give you some good ideas and inspiration. But I also think it can, especially if you're in a hurry, it definitely can be a lot simpler than many videos and like posts show. The morning routine, in my opinion, really is just about setting the tone right for the day, and that can look different from every day as well. So it's not just about having every day the same, which, if that's you, definitely is an option. But I also think listen to what you really need in that morning. Maybe it is a gym session, maybe it is meditation, maybe it is sitting down and journal, maybe it is having a nice long breakfast, or maybe it is a series of all of these things. I'm super curious if you have already a morning routine. I know many nomads kind of do, and I think especially when you're traveling, it's so important to have something to feel grounded about. Then number two, prioritizing rest and relaxation. I think there is this cliche out there that where people think, wow, nomads, they have this amazing freedom and life and they do nothing but traveling and explore, which to one extent is true, but also I think they don't see that most of us are also grinding and are building this life of freedom and are in the process of creating a business or financial freedom that many strive for, and they don't see behind the scenes. And me, as a nomad who also has a business, I oftentimes fell into that trap of not taking enough time to actually unwind. And so this is one of my biggest tips, to actually put that in that calendar if you need to, and take time for unwinding and resting. Relaxation is so important to your productivity. I did that yesterday. I went to the sauna and I came back now fully charged and full of energy to create this video, for example. So feeling productive really goes hand in hand with relaxation. Number three, setting boundaries. Setting boundaries with yourself and also setting boundaries with others. So I thought that was really interesting to set boundaries with myself. So I noticed, for example, I need to set a boundary in order to achieve my goals, to do certain tasks, but then also call it a day and be able to close the laptop after I have achieved what I wanted to achieve. Or when you're dating, for example, and you notice that the things you would actually do on your day to day, like your hobbies, your friends, that these things are neglected while you're dating someone and your attention goes to that person, that is a red flag for yourself, where you need to step back and think, actually, I need to set a boundary here and make sure that I do not neglect these things, even in the beginning of dating, so that you do not lose yourself within that dating process. Also, it is so much more attractive, by the way, if you still have a life and your attention is not just focused on that one person, which I know happens to many women out there, men too, but it is really important that you come back to yourself. Setting boundaries with other people, so sharing and communicating how I want to be treated if I notice I feel disrespected, or saying no to people when I actually don't feel like doing something, maybe giving an option. Before, staying connected with your network. And I mean your family, your friends, the people you really care about. And I think this is also a challenge because as we're traveling and experience things and working remotely, it's maybe not always on the top of our minds, but it is not needed to go through the up and downs of life by yourself. And it doesn't mean that you're alone. So, reaching out to your support network, especially when you need help, is absolutely okay, and we need it. We are social human beings, and reaching out to your friends is essential. Number five, celebrate your wins. Honestly, I can't recommend this enough to own a little journal, and then you write into your journal all the things that you're proud of yourself. And at the end of the book, you have an entire book that is full with your wins, and it makes you feel so good about your day, even if it was a bit of a shitty day, that you're coming up with three things that you feel were a success, and that can be anything. And so you're training your mind to see the positive things and automatically making you feel much more confident. Number six, practicing self-compassion. Let's be real, like, we're all human beings and we do make mistakes, and it is so normal that not everything goes to plan. So treat yourself as well as you would treat your friend, and have like understanding. Self-compassion really means that you give yourself the same kindness that you would give to a friend. Number seven, incorporate physical activities, something that you're enjoying, for example, a walk or going to the gym. And maybe from going to city, you can explore a different activity that you could do, but move your body, because that helps you feel really good, and it is a way to release stress. Number eight, engage in your hobbies. So whether that's surfing, being outside, reading, drawing, whatever that is, live out the things that you already know that you enjoy doing. There's so many things you can do that could help feeling more fulfilled and more balanced. Number nine, embrace your solitude. Yes, we as nomads are already oftentimes alone, but I think it's also about how do we spend that time alone, and making it an intention to, for example, reflect. I would do little self retreats actually every 3 months, like every quarter. I would sit with myself for a couple of days or even a week and just think about what were the couple last months like and what do I want to change. And as you're traveling, it's sometimes so hard to actually zoom out and think about what are the next steps. Where do you want to go? Number 10, surround yourself with positive energy. I remember when I first started out as a remote worker and a nomad, I got so much negative backlash that I had to remove myself and actually be with people who were into the same thing. And that can totally up your life again and make you feel confident about yourself that you're on the right track. So your surrounding again is so important. So make an effort to be in these environments. Number 11, focus on your personal growth. Think about maybe in a time of solitude where you want to be and what you want to have and what you want to do, and get really clear about that, and then see what area do you want to grow in. What would make the biggest difference? Is it financial wise? Is it relationship wise? um, and then decide and maybe get a couple of books or a course, or understand more on Instagram or TikTok. There's so much information about certain things that you could learn a new skill about. And that in itself can help you feel more confident in an area that you want to grow in. And last but not least, the digital detox. I mean, there's many detox out there, but I think specifically for digital nomads, we oftentimes look into our phones and laptops. And I think it's also important to know and understand when it's time to be present. Like this puppy here demands from me right now. Yes, we go for a walk soon. I think this puppy detected that I've already way too much on my phone today. So I think what we're gonna do is close out this video. I wish you guys an amazing time wherever you are. And I hope that this video was helpful and gave you some ideas what you can do to integrate self-love into your day. Bye.